sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do?
Welcome and
How do you
hello,
stand
everybody.
out?
This is
So what you need to do is be that person that's different
program,
and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes.
Friday
Fly like the
Eastern
phoenix that you are.
time. If you're watching on the recording and you're trying to get back on the live calls, make sure that you pay attention to time zones. Just look at what time it is Eastern so that you don't miss out. We've got things kind of goofy over the next couple of weeks, depending on where you're at in the world. So today I have a special guest. Darren is on with us, a member of Blake's team, a rock star affiliate marketer in his own right. Very cool dude. We're going to be talking with him. We're going to be doing some evaluations. And just as a heads up, Thursday at noon Eastern, Darren's going to be back with us, but we're also going to have Blake on live. So all of us are going to be chatting about social media. And not only will we evaluate some of your pages, we'll probably get into just some, just kind of roundtable, just talk about different stuff and different points of view. You've got the three of us who all work online, but in a way we all kind of, and I talk about this a lot, there's a lot of different ways to make money digitally. And all three of us do that and do it in a slightly different approach, right? Blake's done exceptionally well with his, Darren's done great with his, I do all right with mine, you know, and we'll be able to bring you different perspectives. So it's a good opportunity to come in and get some questions answered for sure. Okay. On that note, let me go ahead and pin spotlight Darren here. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me on the call as always. Always a pleasure, never a pain.
Good having you on, man. Is that a Launch Him Perfectly shirt? I don't think I've seen that one.
That one, yeah.
I
slightly after the Freedom Fighters t-shirt.
I got to get with Blake, get myself a new shirt. So before we dive in, we're going to look at some of these. Did you have, after we got off the last call, did you have any kind of thoughts that stayed with you, kind of looking at some of the members' profiles, things that you thought about?
Yeah, I mean, the running trend was like the very first top section needs to be worked on a lot, especially with like funnels or profile funnels or page funnels, whatever it is. The first top section is the point of call where everyone really spends a lot of time. Well, they should spend a lot of time because that's where you have that very few first seconds to capture somebody's attention, and that would be on a post, that could be on an ad. It's the hook. You need to make sure that just pops. It reads well. You can read the font correctly. It doesn't look like there's too much going on over there. But yeah, that was the kind of overall thought that I had over the last call.
Good. I do want to give props. Actually, let me go ahead and pull up her page here. So Catalina's was one of the pages that we reviewed last time. And you know, we talked about changing some things, and I just wanted to kind of give her some props because the next day or 2 days later we went in and this was one of the big things for us that you and I talked about. So she made this, like, it's clear, it's not pixelated, it's easier to read. She got rid of the image of the book, like everything just looked night and day. It was a lot better. And then she went in and she's changed up how she was writing out her posts.
Yeah, man, how do you get that back up there?
You can edit and remove it and put up the new one. Is that what you mean? So you just change that image. And you know, she cleaned it up. She made some modifications. She took the one from Canva or dropped it into Canva and made a few modifications. So well done there, Catalina. Good job. Okay. Let's kind of hop over. Len, this is your page here, because it looked like you had a couple of things on your personal page, but this was the one where you had more of your stuff. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm having trouble getting it up on my view here. So
I've got it on Zoom. If you look at the page here,
okay.
I've got it.
I'm trying to open it up and it won't open up. So
you don't have to open it on yours. I've got it on mine. Just go back to the Zoom meeting.
All right, go ahead. I can see part of it.
Just make the screen larger. You'll be able to see what we have here. So this is your page, and then this is the personal page, right? So, I mean, this looks clean here.
Yeah.
The first thing that I would say is you're not posting enough. So this is from March 8th. And then before that's February 15th. You got a couple from there. And then between July 13th and February, you didn't have any postings on there.
Well, how do you look on the other side there where it says business pages and ads and all that kind of stuff on that God, I can't see it because the screen won't open up large for me.
Well, this is what I see on your page. Your page is going to look a little bit different, right? So if,
this is so frustrating for me because I can't go back to the original screen where I have a large screen and I don't know how to open it up.
Go down to the bottom of your screen, and then do you have the Zoom page? You should be able to look it up, pull up from the Zoom icon at the bottom of your screen.
I have the I can see it, but it's minimized and I don't know how to make it bigger.
Click on it and it should pull up the bigger one.
There it goes. I found it. Okay, what I'm asking, my question is, you see on the left side of my page, it's got all the business. Well, that's different than.
Are you in business.facebook.com or are you on facebook.com?
I'm on the business page right now, or
you're the domain that you have at the top. Is it business.facebook.com or is it facebook.com?
It says no. It says facebook.com/Lene1946. It doesn't say business.
Okay, so you're on this page.
Yeah.
But you're on yours, right? So it would be like me being on mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on.
I guess.
Okay. So
see, mine don't look like that.
Yours probably looks like exactly like what I'm looking at right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what it has on it, it has all the
meta business
site and the business access tools and all this other
stuff. Which mine has right now if you look at my page, right?
Well, I'm looking at your page right now and it isn't near as cluttered as what mine is. On the left, I have all of this stuff over on the left where it has the index, the planner, the news feed, and all that kind of stuff.
I have that exact same thing. If you look at the Zoom page, you guys can see what I'm looking at, right? Darren, you can see mine?
Yeah, I can see yours with the admin panel on the left-hand side. Yeah.
So when you're looking at your page, Lynn, it's going to have an admin panel, like Darren just said, right? The Meta Business Suite, that panel. I've got mine on my page. Okay. But to create a post, all you need to do is come here where it says create post.
Right.
Okay.
And you click on, go ahead.
So one of your big things right now, Lynn, is that the last time you posted was, and actually it looks like you were trying to post on someone else's, but you posted on yours.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with your profile page. It looks great. Keep it up. Before that, it was February 15th that you posted. Before that, another one, February 15th, one of my high performance calls that you posted. And then before that, it was July 13th. So from July 13th to February 15th, there is no posts on this page.
Okay, so that's where I should be doing all my posting and not necessarily on my personal page. Is that correct?
Darren, you want to?
So as I can see on this page, great job with the cover. It looks great, nice and clean, can read it. Everything just pops. If we scroll down to the left-hand side, this page only has 11 followers. I think it says 11 followers. And then it says a little bit further down, 4 of them are your friends. So you can see those little icons right there. So when you post, it's only going to really be shown to maybe a portion of those people, not all 11 of them. It depends on when they last engaged with this page as well. So that's probably why you're not receiving a lot of engagements or anything like that. There's not many people coming back and liking or following this page, but you need to work on your personal profile. That's where people want to relate with people. People buy from people. And then if you want to forward them to the page or the group or to a chat bot, whatever you want to do. What we train you inside of the Blake Planner program is actually to point them through to the 2-step order form, which is the blueprint page for your funnel. But if you don't want to do that, I can see that you're doing that with your personal profile there. It's in the intro section at the top there. It says /2-step, so that's good. But on the last call, we mentioned in the intro section on the personal profile is to remove any domain names that are placed there. Reason being is because 80% of your users will most likely not be able to click on that. They'll click on it forever and they'll think, well, it's not working, moving on. So if you pull up your personal profile on your phone and try and click on that link that Andrew has hovered over just there, it won't work. But below there, you have your Instagram link that will most likely work. I haven't checked it. Everyone do check your links. And also check that next link there. Was it say newvisiononlinedigitalmarketing.com? That should take you to a 2-step order form, I believe, because I remember that was your domain name you were working with when we're on the calls. So always make sure you have one objective. And if that's a 2-step order form, great. If it's a group, great. If it's to a chat bot, great. Choose one thing. Don't have an array of other things that are going on the left-hand side. That's just a distraction. We're then kind of like moving towards like how a website would be. It's very distracting. You go to a website, you don't know where to go. One place, you want to capture someone's details and then let the customer go through that journey. So yeah, post on your personal profile.
Yeah, and again, coming to looking at the personal, you're going to want to post more, like daily, so you haven't posted on here since February 26th, before that 22nd, 21st. So you were kind of going along 15th there. But I would do daily here. And then you want to be, if you guys like inside Accelerator, Lynn, you've got extra training for the Traffic Explosion Masterclass. Hopefully you've been through that, right? There's 28 videos. There's a couple hours worth of training there on what you need to be posting. With that said, for everybody has access to this Facebook group hacking and these engagement templates. We give you how to engage inside of groups, guys.
Okay,
so,
what's the modules again? Which modules?
In yours, it's going to be section 11. I'm not sure the exact number of the modules because you're inside the accelerator. So it's going to be section 11. But then to the bottom of that, you want to also enroll in the Traffic Explosion Masterclass, and you'll get access to that. There's 27.
I have that. I just haven't gone through it yet.
Okay, well, that teaches you exactly what you need to be doing and how often you need to be doing it. There's a couple hours worth of training on there. So that's kind of where you need to start, Lynn, is just posting more frequently, go through that training, and then do what it says, and make sure that you're active inside of groups. I mean, how it looks is okay. And right now, like I just checked on mobile, like I was actually able to click on this link, which is great. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The key with all of this, guys, always is check your links, always, so that when someone does click on it, that you can get them there. Okay. All right. Let me jump to, we're going to pull up hoodies here. So this is,
yes,
all right. So this is hoodies. And this is your business page. I don't have a personal page. So if you're Hoodie, are you using a personal page at all, or are you trying to do everything from the business? Hoodie. Okay. First thoughts, Darren?
I see it attracts my attention right there at the top there. I'm wondering what's going on. So I will take a moment to read that. It's very eye-catching and it's very clear with the text. So go to Expert Blake Newbar Partner Program. Okay. So what happens when someone clicks through that banner at the top? What do we have here? Let's check that link. Let's see if that actually works. Excellent. Good stuff. So it's actually pointing through to the two-step order form. All good. All right. So very first thing, that's my journey. I saw that and I thought, great, I want to go and click on it. I want to go and see what's actually happening behind there. And we've reached your two-step order form. Now, if that person decides to scroll through, they'll have a look at the first top section, which is where we spend a lot of the time there. And then they'll go through and add the details if they choose to, if they want that blueprint. Now, I see that when was the last time this one was posted? I see you've got a couple of engagements
in
there.
Post, so that's January 26th.
Gotcha.
I haven't posted much.
Okay, yeah, so that would be the first thing. Hoodie, it looks like you posted right after you sent me the the page.
Yes.
And then before that, March 8th, March 1st, February 27th. So it looks like about once a week, once every 7 to 10 days is what you were posting before. So the first thing would be post more frequently, but also you need to post more content. The only thing that you have right now is essentially something screaming buy my stuff, right? All you have right now is ad. Like there's no actual content on the page that's going to attract someone to come take a look at it.
Okay.
So that would be my first.
So it's do I need a personal page too?
Okay. Guys, so if everybody listens, every single time that we've talked about the personal and the business, you can run a lot of this from the business page, but you have to build the business page. And so if you like Hoodie, you have 0 people that have liked that page. So right now you can post forever on there and no one's going to see it ever, right? It's kind of like you're in the forest and all you have are the trees around you. There's no one there to see it. So until you build up a following on that page, it's not going to be as effective. So yeah, you do need the personal and business, but there's ways of branding, especially because in some of these groups, you can join some of the groups with a business page. You absolutely can. I'm in several groups with my business page, but then you have groups that you'll only be able to join with the personal. And either way, you need to interact. Even if you're posting from a business page, guys, you have to interact as a human being. Like
Okay, so that
just be a billboard.
okay, I have all my business page for my name. So can I make it into this lead machine personal page?
No,
or I have to use all my personal page?
You use a personal page you don't turn a personal page into, I would go back. The easiest way to say this is go into the training where Blake, again, the same thing I was just showing you guys inside here. We talk about the personal profile and we talk about the brand page and we talk about the differences between the two and how to utilize both. Okay. Because you can use both and the training's right there. And it teaches you exactly what you need to do.
Okay. All right.
Darren?
Yeah, I side with you on that. Personal profile first. If you cannot, and that's in like extreme circumstances where I know that certain people inside of the accelerator have this is a rarity, okay? So this doesn't apply to everybody. So those people that can't show that they have another business or another job or something like that, that's the extreme circumstance. Any other person, position on your personal profile first. Then you start to drive traffic towards all the other places that you want to. Choose one objective. If you go to the personal profile that goes to a group or goes to a page, do that. Inside of the training, it also mentions about how we can get more people to like and follow the page. That's to do with the ads. When you find that there is something that people are really like kind of, they get the attention's being grabbed by whatever you've posted. Blake mentions inside of the training, run an ad towards that particular post. Then you'll have people coming along. So now you've seen organically first, yeah, that's the post that everyone really likes. Then use the training so you can run an ad towards it and eventually over to your page. And that's where you'll get more people to follow you as well. You can do that. That's how it should be done.
Yeah, so it's content. As far as content on your personal and your business, like sometimes I'll post the same stuff. Sometimes it's a little bit different. Because not everybody that's following my personal is going to see my business. Sometimes they'll see my business before they see my personal. Again, it depends on how they interact. Facebook looks at those two pages differently, right? They're two different things. So the way the algorithm works is it's more likely to put things in front of someone that you're interacting with, that's interacting with you, that is stopping to watch your video, that is liking or doing anything like that, right? So that's where it starts. So if they haven't interacted for a while, odds are they're not going to see you post. And that goes for your personal profile too, guys. So having a few thousand people on your personal profile doesn't mean that a few thousand people are going to see it, right? It's just like LinkedIn. I've got 5,000 people on there. It doesn't mean 5,000 people see it right away. It depends on what they're interacting with and how often they're interacting and time of day and all sorts of other stuff. So that's why we've talked about with content, post at different times of day. Try it out. But frequently, the best time to post is frequently. I think that's a key. So,
Andrew, and then Darren, my question, is why I didn't make it personal, because I have Hoodie Crescent, my personal one. So I put it in this machine. It's under my personal Facebook. So now is if I want to make it personal for other personal page, I cannot put it in the business page for under this. Maybe I have to redo everything from beginning.
No, you don't have to redo everything from the beginning. You can still have that page as it is. If you have a personal profile, so let's get the terminology right. Personal profile and business page, two separate things.
Right.
Business pages have been called fan pages, business pages, and there's one other term as well. They're all the same. A page is a page. It works differently, and it's not as present. So when we say go into groups and add yourself in there or join them as your personal profile, you'll have more reach with your personal profile. But like Andrew said, you can still go into certain groups, and specifically those groups that don't have any questions. When you click on join the group and it doesn't ask you a question, it will allow you to get into the group as a page. And if you've branded your page as your name, so like Andrew David right here has his own.
Oh, he froze. Am I frozen too, guys, or just Darren?
No, just
Darren.
Just
We're not frozen.
So
Darren's frozen.
he'll pop back in. So
The point again, Darren, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay. You good? Let me see. Where'd you go? I got to highlight you again. There we go. Thank you, Krista. So the point is you can have the personal page branded around you and still provide some business content. So here's one thing it's important to remember, and this might be where some people have the disconnect. Just because I have my personal page and I'm posting about my business on that page doesn't mean every single post is my business, right? On your business page, every single post shouldn't be buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Here's my link, here's my link, here's my link, here's my video. Don't do that. Don't do that on either page. People won't connect with that. So when you post on your personal page, it doesn't mean every post is going to be about that, right? Your posts are geared towards engagement. It's, again, 70% personal stuff. It's 20% other people's, content, and 10%, promotion. So 1 out of every 10 is here's a link. Yeah,
Yes.
you can copy your wallpaper to both. I've got it different. I think, Darren, do you even have a business page? I mean, you've got one, but
I do have a business page. I only purely use it for the chatbot. I don't really post over there. I post for my personal profile. That's where all my energy goes. If those people are directed to the chatbot, they get the journey over with the chatbot, where they could like my group or join my group. They could like my page. They can add me as a friend as well. That's the journey that I want to take them, and they get used to seeing that. Once they reach the finish line, they'll get the goods, because they've got like a checklist of the type of thing that they need to do over there. But the point is that you want people to resonate with you as a person. So if you're able to share other things, like we'd seen on the very first page, or it was all about just being a billboard, you're just advertising your blueprint over and over and over again. And with Andrew's advice there is great, because you want to show different sides of yourself. So if you go to Blake's page, there's facebook.com/Blake Newbar. That's his page. His banner is different to his personal profile. You can go and have a look at that. If you want to go to his personal profile, it's facebook.com/bnoobs22. They're two different covers. Okay, one goes to the group from the personal profile, and you could do that if you want to. And the page, and Andrew probably will bring this up in a moment. The page goes to the social media lead machine. Okay, so two different journeys.
Okay.
So you'll see on his personal profile, and you'll see on his page, some of the content is very similar. You'll see that some of the content on the page has something different than on the personal profile. Like this one was late Valentine's Day that you can see. You can also see in the intro section on the personal profile, there's no link there. There's just 5 fingers pointing down.
And then the link just takes you to the Facebook group, right? Mm-hmm. His Freedom Fighters group.
Yep.
Okay. And then his business page. I don't even know if there's his page.
There we go. So you can see the cover is completely different, but they have two different journeys. That one goes to the social media lead machine or the social profit machine, whichever one. And notice that he doesn't have too much distraction on the left-hand side of the page. You know, he's got a couple of links on the left-hand side as well. He's got his Instagram, just a few things, not a lot. All right.
So again, yeah, you can go different, right? He's got a group. Now, most of us aren't ready to start our own group. Don't worry about that for right now. But, you know, he's got his business page, like Darren's saying, he's got his journey. So he wants to take you to really first, here's the link, go check it out. And the other stuff is an opportunity for Blake to have you follow him across platforms, right? So the key though is really just deciding where you want people to be. Don't overwhelm yourself. Like if 20 different things looks like it's too overwhelming, or 3 different pages, then start with one and keep yourself consistent. Consistency and frequency is going to be your biggest key to all of this, guys. You've just got to be frequent with it if you're looking to build things up. So, all right, we kind of kick off. We've got James here. So Hoodie, does that make sense? Build from your personal, but add basic content, right? If you look at Blake's, he's got regular stuff on here. He talks about his business occasionally, but it's a personal page, and then he's got his things, and then he's got his business page he does use. But for you, your key is just going to be being consistent on the personal and like getting in groups. Again, going back to the training that we give you guys inside of here, use what's here. Because if you're posting, for all of you guys, if you're posting on a page with 100 people on it, if you're lucky, then 15, 20 of them will see it, right? So you've got to be consistent. It's time of day, it's how often, all that kind of stuff, okay?
Okay. All right.
Where am I at? James. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. James, good to see you in the room.
How you doing?
Good. No doubt you're driving there, so stay safe as always. Great cover. I do see the link on the intro section. We mentioned about like removing that and placing it in the right section. So a little bit further down in the intro that says edit details on your screen, not on Andrew's screen, because this is our user view. On yours, you can edit your profile. So you just click on edit details a little bit further down. So where you've got all of those
down here.
Yeah, and then you'll be fine. So I see that you're getting a few engagements here and there. You're making a few posts. This one was 3 hours ago. The top one, that was 1 day ago. This one's 1 day ago. How many people do you have on your personal profile as friends right now?
2,800.
Yeah.
Okay, steadily increasing. Good stuff. All right. How often do you go into other groups and engage in with other people in those specific groups as your niche down, right? So you're into what was your niche? Remember, it was to do with artwork and artists, right?
Photography and artists. Yeah.
Okay, so I know that you're already hanging out in those specific groups and everything. So are you engaging with those people or on the posts, providing some good feedback, giving some, not just a 1-2 word responses in the comments, but giving some good feedback if you're hanging out in those specific groups? When someone has replied back or engaged with you, maybe they've liked your comment and you become that go-to expert for as you start to continuously provide feedback inside of a specific group. I've done it inside of the Blake's Partner Program. Blake's done it for like 2 years with 5 groups, and the strategy works. Now, to get people to accept you as a friend is by providing that value, giving them some sort of feedback, or maybe you're asking them some sort of advice as well. It doesn't have to take up too much time of your day, but like when you're inside of the groups, when you're commenting or replying back in the comments when someone else has posted, you can always follow up with specific individuals. You'll start to build some rapport very quickly with individuals, and they'll get to know you. They won't just think of you as like, oh, this random guy. They'll start to know you, like you, and trust you. So that's how I ended up doing things inside of the Blake's Partner Program and other groups as well. And that's how Blake has done it. So Hopefully that will help you to build your personal profile friends up to, let's say, 5,000. That's the maximum you're allowed to go. I see we have Andrew and yourself have 15 mutual friends in common, and most likely to do with the partner program.
Yeah.
But you want to focus on also narrowing down your audience, because your mutual contacts are not your buyers. They're already inside of the program.
One thing I would say, James, a couple of quick things about content. Everything that Darren was saying there about groups is important. Again, for you, it's going to be section 11, training under Facebook. You've also got access to the traffic explosion masterclass, so go through that. But one of the things I would say is some of your posts should probably be written, right? And we give you templates here on writing things out, on how to do this, guys. We give you things that you can post, but you'll probably want to write some of them. Every post right now is a meme, which is an awesome, easy way. So, kudos to you for doing it. Okay. First off, because you're the first one we've looked at that is being consistent. Like pretty much every single day you've got something on here. So awesome. Good job there. Right. That said,
I do know I need a little more.
You want to start writing in a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Start adding that in some. The next thing that I would say, James, if I were to look at all of your content off the bat, I don't see anything that's geared towards artists or photographers.
Yeah, I haven't posted. I've been doing good to get the quotes and stuff like that. So, I know I definitely need to get working on some of that. I went back over 11, so I've got stuff downloaded on that now, so I can start working on that.
Good. Then just keep doing that. Now we're just starting to turn it up a little bit, right? You've gotten yourself into the habit of being consistent. Now we're going to start to write a little and maybe even begin to add some content geared towards artists, people that are doing artwork. So I would post something occasionally about whatever's happening in that community. I would look for favorite artists. I would ask people are there some favorite local artists that they like, feature some of them, find somebody and feature them. Hey, loved your page, love your stuff. You mind if I put you on my page? Like that kind of thing, right? Ask the 2,800 friends that you have right now and say, hey, is there an artist that you really, that you found that you like the guy that did my Phoenix behind me? He's a local artist, right? I'll tag him. You post that and I'll tag you. I'll tag him in your post. Right. But so guys, remember, it's not just about content. It's content that is relevant to your audience and to what they're doing and how they're thinking.
Okay.
Does that make sense for everybody? I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Be more active on the personal, but also the type of activity is important too. So what about pinning his advertisement so it's always at the top? Not necessarily. Darren doesn't have an advertisement at the top. He's got something that's just getting a crap ton of engagement, right?
It's a freebie. It's your lead magnet. You could use that, but it's not. I'm not selling anything off the bat just like that. It's either join the group or what I've pinned to my personal profile. If you want to go there, you can go and check it out. There's a ton of engagement from October time, but that's just my stance. It's the one that's created the most amount of attention, and it's the first thing that anybody sees. So I wouldn't place the two-step order form or your URL for your funnel there and just keep it there, because you'll just be known for that all the time. You want to show some real stuff. Like you see on Blake's personal profile. Blake's personal profile has some regular stuff,
Yeah, you got to have some. Is that you without a hat right now?
Yeah. Me looking very tired at 5 o'clock in the morning with Yoda.
So yeah, some regular stuff. I'm going to have to look and see what you've got going on. But the one that he's got posted here is a free giveaway. Right. And so it's got 548 comments. It's got, people are engaging. And that's the whole point of the one that he's got pinned, right? He doesn't have pinned something saying buy my stuff. Right, guys? And what he's talking about here, click the link below, right? And then there's his link over to his profile. There you go.
And guess what it is? It's a profile funnel that is provided inside of your masterclass.
Sorry to interrupt. How was it that you moved that down, wherever you're talking about for your funnel?
Oh, the link?
Got it down here. You edit your profile. So if I were to come here, I just edit, and I've got, instead of having anything in my bio, I've got stuff here, and like I'll have a new funnel up. It's Tuesday, so I'll have one up by the time we have we're on with Blake on Thursday. So I'll have my link right there. It's for something else, but same general principle, right? So it's engaging with your audience, right? That's really what it's about. So like right now, the audience that I'm focused on is just building with, entrepreneurs, CEOs, and regular business owners. And yes, I know that's kind of broad, but I'm testing out a funnel with a new product, right? So I'm playing around for a little bit to kind of see what hits, and then before I start running some ads. And I'm, again, there's a lot of different ways to do this. The key with all this, guys, again, consistency, frequency. Make sure that you're posting, and post regularly. That's the word.
So I take that off the bio and place it someplace else.
Just down it. You take it out of the bio and you just edit. You go and you edit details, and you can put it down here.
Just trying, so I can't really see that. I'll have to watch.
You just switch it,
I guess.
You just switch it. When you go into edit details, it'll be like, if I were to add the bio, I would put it here, right? If I want to edit the details, then you just put it down in here.
Detail. Okay.
Down here, you can put links, etc., websites.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Welcome. All right. So I don't know if Nike's on right now, but she gave me her link, asked us to look at it. So I said we would do that. So first thing, clear image. Does she have her link? Okay. So one thing I would do here, can you guys see where, in order to see the link, we have to click see more? I know it's not much, but just that little bit may cause a few people to not click on it. You want to make it visible fully. So delete one line here and it'll pop it up. So that's visible. Darren, anything on the cover here?
Cover's great. Description, as you've just said, just remove one line and just pop back up into view. So you won't have to. So most people won't really know how to use Facebook, So if someone, is ending up like clicking see more on their phone, they most likely won't be able to see that. Remember, 80% of your users, maybe more now, are going through that journey on Facebook with their phones or their tablet, most likely the phones. If it's on desktop, we're used to this. Andrew and I are used to using Facebook. We know how Facebook personal profiles work and the pages work. So yeah, great point on that one there. So I would just remove that line. This is great. So we can move on from this one. All right. Okay. Usual stuff with the intro. I won't go over that.
Intro to bio. Make that shift.
Yeah, shift that down. Same with James as well. This post here, it's a personal one. Out with family and friends. You can see there's a lot of engagement. You've done line by line. Great, easy to read. 19 engagements, 2 comments, all good. Let me just I think you've locked down your personal profile so that you can't see how many friends you have. So if you were on the call, I would have been able to just quickly ask you. That's good. I believe that was one of the advice that I'd given for everybody on the accelerator call. So this is good for everybody. If you go to your personal profile settings and change one of the settings so you are the only one that sees your own contacts and your friend. If anybody's a friend of yours, they'll be able to see the mutual contacts. Okay. Reason being is if somebody comes along to your personal profile and starts adding all of your friends who are potentially your leads, they could siphon them away from you very quickly and easily. And I know people that have done that without mentioning any names, but you're protecting yourself.
As you begin to get more and more active and people see that you're starting to get some traction, that's when you really need to pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. So yeah, great with the posts. I'd probably change out the collection or the featured image that's there. Maybe add something that's a bit more attractive right there.
These?
A little bit further up.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
right now you just have the one picture. So add some stuff to it and put something here that'll make it pop initially. I mean, you can leave that in. It's a cool picture once they get to it, but have something there that'll make it pop a little bit more.
Yep.
Cool. We have personal, we have some questions in here. Fitness, which is good.
Yeah.
Because your whole thing is you're trying to engage with people that are, doing fitness here, right? Fitness professionals. So I would have some posts dealing with that.
She's getting a decent number of engagements. I just don't know how many people on her personal profile right now are following her profile.
Right. But she's being consistent, which is great. Mm-hmm. This is actually Joe's one of the accelerator members as well.
Yep.
So she borrowed some of his content, which I love. But she's being consistent. I mean, look, 6th, 7th, 8th, 4th, like she's all the times here. 10 signs you're doing. Like I love, she's adding in the emoji. She's got a great big vibrant image.
Here's something. So this post, great. You can see there's a lot of engagement. So here's a big pointer for everybody to take away. When you're doing your posts, you can find it's probably fairly tedious trying to write the post, trying to break it down, trying to add the emojis, because Facebook doesn't really help you on the desktop. Use your phone. Maybe just pull up the notepad first, because you can open up the emoji keyboard really quickly, pop in an emoji. It just makes it easier on the eye. You can see the list of 10 really quick and easy, straight to the point. So if she's written that on her phone and then she made that post and then just posted that image from her phone, it just allows you to kind of add some breathing distance between each and every line. So open up a notepad on your phone, start writing out the post, and then you can just put it away and then come back to it a little bit later on. You don't have to just sit there and figure out oh, what am I going to post? And you're on Facebook on your phone, but you actually just, away from all the distractions, all the notifications, you're just looking at your notepad and you're just going through what is it that I want to help with or share with what I've experienced during that day. So that's a great post.
Yeah. One thing to look at too is if, again, Nike, hopefully you're watching the recording here, but this post, the way it was written, the brightness of this image and what happened, I would try and remember, okay, so 6:34 at night, it created a ton of engagement. So I'm going to try and replicate that. I'm going to find another post. I'm going to look at creating another list kind of thing, do one of those every once in a while. Maybe you do it every, Thursday, Tuesday. Whatever. More fitness in here. I would comment on here. So not just share this, but ask a question, or I found this, or here's this great thing for fitness professionals, right? Same thing. Here's a great post. The way this is written is similar to what you see up top, just doesn't have all of the emojis, but a little bit more engagement than other stuff, right? So that's, at least with the group of friends that she's got, something that's creating a bit more engagement. So use it,
Yeah.
And then back again to doing the same type of thing inside of groups and whatnot. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, don't forget, once you're actually inside of those groups and people are engaging with you, give them a like, give them a heart, give them a care, like I mentioned on the previous session. And then also send them a direct message saying, hey, thanks so much for engaging on my post. Leave it like that. If you have a conversation from it, great. Your foot's in the door.
Yeah. So I asked a question in one of the groups yesterday. Just, why are you doing what you're doing now? Why'd you begin being an entrepreneur? And I think I put it in the Freedom Fighters. So in a different group, had a handful of people message. I've got 2 appointments booked to talk with people from that, with an opportunity to make an offer and do some stuff. And one other is going to be an individual for a possible joint venture. So, but it's just, it's simple thing. It was a post, they engaged, messaged afterwards, and here we go. Right. So I've mentioned this before, guys. I'm rebuilding that engagement, but I'm consistent with what I'm posting. And so even if I'm getting limited engagement, if you leverage the limited engagement the right way, you can still get results. I have a friend of mine who's done quite a bit online, and he was talking about it took him a couple of years to build up, 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, but he's leveraged just those 5,000 subscribers into multiple six figures because he's consistent and he's got the right offer and he puts it there, and then he messages and he engages with his audience. It's the same thing across all of these platforms. If you're going to be using your business page, you still need to engage with your audience, right? Because otherwise then you're putting out the message that, hey, I'm just a business behind the glass wall kind of thing. And sometimes we make that mistake that we feel like the only way to get anyone to trust us is to pretend to be something bigger and better. This is not the world we're living in anymore. People are more likely to engage with a person than they are an entity. But you can have the entity and be a spokesperson in front of it, right? There's ways of doing that. So, Hoodie, I will take a look and I'll send you some comments on that a little bit later.
Okay.
So I've got a meeting coming up in just a minute, guys. So Darren, last comments real quick.
Definitely. One of the biggest things I find with those that are going through the program is that they don't actually go through their own membership area. So they don't know what they're selling. Biggest thing. And if you haven't actually gone through your own membership area, like you've seen, I'm using the profile funnel. If you go to my personal profile and click on that link, it is the profile funnel that is provided inside of your masterclass. And I use that to capture the information that I need. And I'm able to build rapport, send them through an email sequence or whatever it is afterwards. If you don't have that ready, let's say, for example, you've now got someone's attention. Well, what are you going to direct someone to let's say the two-step order form is not a good fit right now? You've got another lead magnet that's providing something for free. Communicate with them a little bit later on, build some rapport. You've got that lead magnet. You've got that profile funnel page. Build one for yourself. Go through it. Now you know what you're selling. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, guys, I think one of the most important things we can say, and unfortunately we have to say it a lot, go through the training that's provided. 99 times out of 100, what Darren and I talk about on these calls is just reviewing a lot of what you already have. Outside, at least when we're doing content, when I'm doing the other stuff, sure, it's a little bit different. But for the most part, any of the stuff that Darren talks about, when I talk about things, like I've done a couple of trainings recently where I was like, what to post and when to post. That came exactly from section 9, module 61, where Blake does the training, what to post and when to post. Like I legitimately took his slides and just showed you this same damn thing. Guys, utilize what you have. You have tools, right? Don't be the husband that's got the garage full of tools and doesn't know what to do and then keeps going to Home Depot and then eventually cleans out the garage and he's got 12 different drill sets there, right? You've got what you need. Just utilize it. And I may or may not have been guilty of that. When I moved out of my house, when I sold it out of divorce, I'm not going to say how many tool sets I had. The point is use the tools that you got, guys. Use what you have, please. On that note, Darren, appreciate you being here. Always, my man. Love having you on.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, super excited, guys, for Thursday. Blake's going to be joining the two of us. We'll just sit and we'll do some hot seats for sure. Shoot the breeze a little bit, as it were. Sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? What you need to do is be that person that's different and it's bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you are.